racist by all of them times. Nobody want us to shine. I got a lot on my mind. I take it off if you let me, you will not regret me. See, lately I'm praying you will not forget me.
What's poppin'? We here today with another episode of the Green Print 713. I'm your host, Cam Green, and today's guest is a creator whose work threads culture, identity, and ambition into every stitch. He's a Corpus Christi native, a Prairie View A&M University graduate, and a proud initiate of the Eta Gamma chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Before fashion took center stage, he played college basketball as a 6'3" guard out of Texas Lutheran University, carrying the discipline and the grit from the hardwood into his creative journey. Known to the culture as Slim, he's the designer behind Created by Slim, a brand that's been worn by names like Danielle Brooks, WNBA star Tia Cooper, Devin Castro, Kendrick Jones, King Kilo, and just to say the least. His work proves fashion is more than fabric. It's a statement of presence, culture, and vision. Today, he's here to give us his green print. Rob Watson Jr., aka Slim.
Sir, I appreciate that.
LB.
Appreciate the
Line
introduction,
brother.
man.
My brother.
So my guy.
How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. Can't complain. Blessed. Blessed, man.
Looking like money, man. And you see, I had to rock the, you know what I'm saying? I had
yes,
to rock
sir, yeah, appreciate that.
rock the shirt for the boy one time.
Yes, sir.
Man, let's get into it. Created by Slim. If your life was a movie, what would you call it?
Man, it had to be like I said, my favorite movie was The Last Dragon. The Last Dragon, that's my life. That's my life.
Say no more. What's the opening scene like for you? Like if this was a biopic on your life and you called it The Last Dragon, like what's that opening scene looking like?
Just that opening on trying to, I guess, figure out who you are and what your journey is, what your path is going to be.
Yeah,
that'll be my opening.
Yeah. Yes,
sir.
So starting off as a junior, man, how does that feel? Like you named after your pops, bro.
I don't think people realize that that's the toughest, one of the toughest positions that you could give someone. So
talk about it, bro.
I mean, coming from my family, it's 11 of us, 11 brothers and sisters. I'm the third oldest. So just having to be that example and not the first male and being that leading example, and you don't have that blueprint. So kind of bumping your head along the way and still trying to be a role model for those up under me. So it's a tough little road to learn each and every day. But I think I did a fairly good job. So I give myself a little pat on the back, just
man.
Being able to see how things are flowing these days.
Bro, that is 11.
It's 11 of us.
And bro, you look out for the fam for real.
All the time.
Bro,
that's the job.
I don't think I ever known a time and a moment where you wasn't looking out for the fam or you're looking out for your little bros and putting your bros in position and them following the footsteps. Like your pops is an alpha, you know what I'm saying? And
yes,
you fell into alpha land and then the little bros fell into alpha land. Like you really like setting the standard, bro, to where people are looking up to you. You don't say much, but you do a lot.
So I try to keep let the work speak for itself.
Yeah, man. Now, what is the music that's playing in this movie, man? Like, what's the soundtrack to your life? Like, what's that one song that gets you there?
I don't necessarily have that one song, but the artist is Larry June. And that's non-stop. Just the daily motivation, the daily get up and grind type vibes. Any time of the day, that's the motivator.
Now, what was the soundtrack growing up? Like, who's you like jamming like as a kid, as just a young buck coming up in South Texas?
I think my dad had us on like the old like LL Cool J, Run DMC, African Bambaataa, like those oldies.
He was really on that.
Yeah, he had us. That was our road trip music.
Yeah.
And we were on the road a lot growing up. So,
bro, let's back up a little bit. Corpus Christi. Bro, like you don't I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You don't hear too many black folk from Corpus Christi, so.
And it's more than you think.
But I'm just saying, coming from the big city, Houston, obviously, but like, you never hear about Corpus Christi. You know where it's at on the map, but like, you just never hear about it. So, bro, what was that like?
I just said small city vibes. Like I said, it is a lot of black people. The side I stayed on, the west side, it was majority black and Mexican. In school, I think we only had one Caucasian, so it was that was the atmosphere. Neighborhood was kind of divided. The blacks on the right side, the Mexicans, Hispanics on the left. Mm-hmm. But I mean, everybody
got along.
Everybody got along.
In the city.
Yes, sir.
Man, what did y'all do for fun growing up?
I just we didn't have an iPad, so we're outside, we jumping up and down, we playing basketball in the front yard, not on the concrete, we in the grass, rollerblading, bikes, football, just stuff like that.
Now, that is crazy, bro. How did basketball come into the picture?
My pops, he put a basketball in my hand, I think, when I was like 4. His sport was football. That was his thing. He wanted us to play football.
What position did he play? Did he play?
Yeah, he played defensive end.
Okay.
Yes, sir. He played at Texas A&M Kingsville.
Yeah.
With John Randall, and they won 4 rings back to back.
The Javelinas?
Yeah, that was the Javelinas. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, but you get into basketball at the age of 4. But when did it actually start to take? Like, you started to take it seriously?
I ain't had no choice to take it serious. So that was it. I was 6 years old playing 10 and under. When I was 8, we was playing 12 and under. So that was I always knew that's where I wanted to be.
What was the first position you played?
Point guard.
Always
point guard. My pops was my coach, but I was always point guard.
So you was the quarterback of the court.
Yes, sir.
You knew how to delegate and put people in the position.
Yes, sir.
Call the plays, pass the ball, all of the things.
All that.
Bro, that's crazy because you got to think, like, bro, like me knowing you, bro, you don't say much. So being on the court and having to be vocal, like, what was that like?
And the smallest person. Everybody else was way taller, way older than, because, we played up. But, I mean, my pops instilled that, having that voice and being vocal and kind of being able to run the show. So that kind of started, around that time.
Gaining that confidence.
Yes, sir.
Doing all of that. Okay, so you hooping in high school. How, like, did you get any offers to college, or how did the college ball come into place?
The college journey was a slightly bumpy road. I moved around my freshman year. Went to a private school, and they were just getting started, so we played basketball year round. It wasn't nothing major. My sophomore year, I tore my ACL, MCL. So I think it was like the 3rd game of the season. I was out that 6 months, came back my junior year, had to play catch up. Everybody's way ahead. Nobody really knew. I mean, they knew who I was, but as far as basketball, they didn't really know of me. And then it really took off kind of senior year.
Yeah.
Senior year, they got to see. It was like, where this kid come from, but had been there the whole time. But I didn't have any offers. I think the last 2 weeks of school, I went on the road. My pops took me from Corpus to the Valley. We went to Oklahoma, and I'm going to different camps. Unsigned senior camp, I'm playing in those, trying to get those looks. And then I fell upon a junior college in Ranger JUCO. I ended up getting a full scholarship there.
Wow. Okay. So so you ended up at Texas Lutheran a little bit later? Yeah,
so I went to Texas Lutheran the sophomore year in school.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then, so when did you get to PV? Like, how did that come about? So were you done after, playing basketball, saying, okay, this is a wrap? When did you give up on the hoop dreams and just said, all right, let me be this collegiate student?
I got you. So after the 2nd year at Texas Lutheran, which would have been the junior year, stumbled upon PV, just being there with my brother. He had got a full scholarship to play basketball, and I just happened to be at the orientation, and they were handing out scholarships for the architecture program. Yeah. And my GPA had a 3.5 at the time, and he was like, you can get a scholarship right now if you want to sign up. So I did that, and I was basketball was in behind me because
Yeah.
I finally had got into that, being able to be a part of the architecture program, and that's what I had wanted to go to school for.
Yeah. Now, what year was this?
That was 2014.
2014.
Yeah.
Okay, that's when you transferred over.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That was my first year at PV.
Facts. And bro, that was the peak moments at PV. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
And I didn't even get to indulge. I was
At all.
I was at school. I was
Straight.
class and in the room. Architecture program was something serious at that time.
I'm already knowing, bro. So what was that transition from athlete to creative like? When did that actually happen?
It always kind of was a part, but not on the front street. I kind of just kept it to myself.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really promote it. I'll do a little bit of stuff for myself, but just kind of kept it in the back, in the shadows.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I think 2016 that's when I kind of start tiptoeing real lightly on it, seeing what it was doing, and then it fully took off in 2017.
That was the Connecting Fabrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started that in 2015, 2016.
Okay.
And then the next year, I like really start promoting and doing stuff.
I gotta step back, bro, because I would be remiss if I didn't mention this, bro. Like the fact that you went to school for architecture, bro. Like you can't, like, bro, like the fact that you're that talented to even go to school for it. That's a big thing, bro. I don't know too many, shout out to all the architects out there, but bro, like, what even got you into architecture?
I guess just I fell in love with the design, like the design
Yeah.
process, and being able to see, like, start with a blank canvas, a blank sheet of paper, and then by the time you start putting things together, see what that ending product looked like. So I fell in love with that, and then architecture is everywhere that you turn around and you're able to see. So just fell in love with that process.
And the architecture building wasn't there at Prairie View at the time when you got there.
No,
Huh?
it was,
it was
yeah.
there? I'm trying to remember what year.
It's
it
right
actually,
across from New Science.
Yeah, I remember it was across from New Science. I mean, you can't miss it.
Yeah,
It's the most artistic building on campus. But bro, I don't even remember. I can't remember if it was on campus at the time. And it might have been on campus. Like it might have been brand new.
I think it was
when
kind of new.
like 2014
Yeah.
type vibes, man. Okay. So how did Prairie View sharpen your focus on fashion and connecting with opportunities?
Ooh. Okay, so I did a little disclaimer. I admit that when I first went to Prairie View, it was a little frightened. Just
What you mean?
from the people coming from Corpus, everybody kind of moves a particular way, and everybody's kind of like off to the side. But at PV, it's like everybody has a sense of knowing of what they want to do. So me, even though I was older, I learned a lot from being there, and just being able to see it's like a big, I guess, mixing pot. You got your Dallas, you got your Houston, like a little bit of everywhere, especially your Houston natives at PV, and kind of just being around that, was able to bring that out.
Yeah. Now you being from Corpus, bro, is there any major city in Texas that y'all say that y'all kind of listen to or gravitate towards
Houston 1,000%. Houston 1,000% easy.
more? Y'all wasn't jamming none of the Dallas music. Y'all wasn't on the dancing scene like that. Y'all wasn't jigging and skitching
we
and
got
Dougie and-
everybody wanted swangers, and we listening to Lil Flip. We listening SUC. We listening to all of that.
bro. Who your favorite from the SEC, bro? Or just your favorite Houston artist?
Nah, Lil Flip the freestyle king.
Come on now.
Yeah,
Hey,
stand
the leprechaun
high.
himself, man.
That's what it is.
Now, what role did Alpha play in your life, man? Like, how did that really shape you?
I would say it enhanced what my pops had already instilled in me. So like just from, like I said, as far back as I can remember, I would always see those 3 letters, and he would talk about them just within conversation.
Yeah.
And he would always say, you will see, when you get older, you'll understand. Like right now you may not, or why you're doing these things, or why you are going this way, but you will see. And just I was able to see, it was blessed to see, and it all makes sense. But I would say since a child he instilled that in.
Now, did you just know about his journey, or were you actually like familiar with Greek life before you got to college, or was it just like you saw those 3 letters, seeing how your dad moved, and then once you got to college and seeing what it was hitting for, then that was like, okay, yeah, that's what Pops was wearing, that's what he had around the house.
Nah, I would say it was less. I mean, he would definitely share like his college stories, but it was less about the college life and like the becoming of that alpha man type of thing. Just seeing, how he carried himself and what he did, and then peers. He kept his brothers around. They my uncles, so they just seeing those individuals.
Yeah. Is there your favorite moment at PV at all?
As far as what?
Just in general, is there a moment at Prairie View or a time at Prairie View that you could recollect as one of your favorite memories?
I couldn't pick anything in particular. I just highlight the whole experience. Like I said, just being there.
Because that was the first HBCU too.
Yeah,
right?
just going in and being, I would say, kind of standoffish, and then kind of being able to kind of bloom into and be able to have my hands in different things that I was able to be a part of while being there. So I would just say that experience as a whole.
Now going back into the design piece, and you were starting Connecting Fabrics back in 2015, but in 2017 it was really taking off. You were just connecting like the clothes, pieces that you were collecting, and selling those. But were you already designing clothes, or were you already stitching together things? Like, when did that actually come into place?
So the stitching took place, I think, summer of 17.
Okay.
An elderly lady in my neighborhood taught me how to sew.
What?
But before that, like I said, I was just buying clothes, thrifting a lot. I had a close friend that introduced me into that. So I was buying clothes, and it got to the point where I had a lot of boxes, and my mom was tired of them. She said she was going to get rid of them. So in order to kind of be able to still keep them, I told her that I was going to start selling clothes. So I wasn't really selling them at the time, but it slowly, ended up becoming a story,
You was a blessing on campus, bro, I swear. Because I needed something for my size, bro. I mean, bro, you always, hey, I got you. What you need.
Sure.
And that's always been your personality, bro. You've always been like a servant leader, dog. Like, you don't, like I say, and we've been saying it throughout this entire podcast, it's just, you don't say much, you don't talk much, but your actions speak super loud, bro. And where did you get your servant heart, bro? Because it's purely genuine, dog. It's not, you ain't nothing fabricated about you. I know that's play on word with the fabric, but ain't nothing fabricated about you, bro. So where does that come from?
My pops.
Yeah.
Pops.
Damn, bro. Shout outs to the black fathers, bro. Shout out to the daddies in general, dog.
1,000%.
Yeah. Bro. You what does it mean to have your pops? Because a lot of people grow up fatherless. And like two of our closest homies didn't grow up with a father figure in the house. What does that mean for and me personally, I didn't even have my dad in the house. I knew my dad, but he stayed on the other side of town.
Mm-hmm.
My mom being a single parent with me and my brothers. So how was that like being with your pops and just in general with that?
I would say it was a blessing. I know growing up, we were kind of teased a lot because a lot of people didn't have that in their family, so we got called names. But more importantly, I'd say it's a blessing because, like I said, so much came from that, and I know that a lot of other people weren't blessed to have that, but just him being there, like I said, it shaped and molded and assisted me with being the individual I am today. Yeah.
And then now you pouring that into your brothers, man. What kind of relationship you got with your bros, man? You got
my guys for life.
Storm, Snow, all of the boys.
I always got their backs. Yeah, that's my brothers.
Yeah. And they look up to you. Like, and that's the one thing I admire about you, bro. And just observing them with you and how you really, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of siblings that have rivalries or they don't really embrace their siblings and stuff like that. But, bro, you really do love on them boys, and them boys love you right back. And it's like, you can see it. anywhere you at, they going and vice versa.
I always keep it that way. So
Yeah.
nothing is ever new to them because I try to
Yeah.
introduce, like I said, as my pops did for me. I
Yeah.
try to introduce them to, the scenery.
Yeah. Now, what moment in designing has ever made you think like, dang, this is real? Like, I could really do this.
I would have to say this past year. This year's been crazy because the years before, I'm doing a little bit, but I'm not, fully invested. And just, I would say moving to Houston, it really helped. Like being able to go in these rooms with these people, meet these people, and soak up game. And was able to, firsthand see something that's been there this whole time, but I wasn't taking full advantage of it.
Yeah.
So I would say, just through time.
Have you ever been starstruck by anything or any of your clients? Like, what threw you off the most? Like, if any?
I say just the road that's been happening now with just the different people like you named that have given me the opportunity to create something for them. Just getting those DMs and getting 4,000 followers in a matter, month and a half type.
Crazy.
So that was a little not overwhelming, but it was an adrenaline rush just seeing that and just like seeing those numbers and not being complacent and thinking like, so with this is gonna have to come like harder work, more time being spent, more putting into the craft. So it's just creating that balance for it.
Man, bro, you went from creating our stuff for homecoming, still creating our stuff for
yes, sir.
homecoming.
We got something on the way.
And then now you creating for celebrities and just public figures and just pillars in the community that mean something. And like they really wearing your fabrics that you connected. That hey, Slim put this together. Like my boy Rob, shout outs to him for this. Like, bro, is there anybody that I did not mention that you care to mention or that you can share with us that
I could share this.
Say no more.
We got the fastest man in the Olympics right now.
Stop.
His fiance reached out and sent her a pair of pants. They should be arriving today at 6.
Hey man.
And they're gonna be at the London track meet. I think it's sometime this weekend. But they ain't told nobody, so y'all the first to have that. That's in the works.
And this probably gonna come out later on.
So
by the time you gonna
it'll all connect. But yes, sir.
It'll all work out. Man, bro, that's
Yes,
a
sir.
blessing, dude. How does it feel? Does it feel real at this point?
Oh yeah, I don't take anything for granted.
Yeah.
So each time I get that rush, that high, and then balance out and be like, okay, well, what I need to do next? Like, what work needs to be put in next?
Yeah. Is there a particular collab that you feel like validated your brand?
I wouldn't say necessarily collab, but I got 2 people that out here that been kind of, I guess, pushing and pulling for me. I got Brian Jones for Girls of Drugs, and then I got Alexis Wagner, who's been she's a PR out here, so she's been assisting me in every way, just keeping me involved. Yeah. Like where they are at, I am, and giving me my area to raise awareness to my platform.
For sure, and I'm gonna need some Girls of Drugs.
I'm
gonna need some merch, bro.
Yes, sir,
and of course I need to. I'm gonna have. I don't know. And the crazy thing, I don't even know what kind of design I would want for my pants or anything, bro. But like, yeah, I'm gonna need some stuff.
We could put something together, man.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. And then low key, I need some green print merch too, bro.
Oh, I got you for that. You ain't gotta worry about that one.
Say no more, bro. What is the hardest part about running a clothing brand that people don't see?
I say that time. I mean, I got a full-time job. I work from 8 to 5. It's an hour drive home, and then 6:15 I'm creating to 12, 1 in the morning, and that's my repeated cycle. The weekends I may go out here and there, but I'm inside grinding, trying to create something. The goal is to try to create something every day. Yeah. And if not if it's not every day, finish something every 2 days.
Okay.
So that's my goal that I set for myself.
What's next, bro? What you got? What do you? I mean, is there any, aspirations or what's next in the pipeline?
I'm gonna say nothing in particular. Just keep perfecting the craft and just overall creating. I love being able to do that. So just keep creating.
Yeah, and if we can go back and play this podcast 5-10 years from now, what is one thing that you want to accomplish or want to be, known for?
Just not taking anything for granted, and like I said, keep improving and putting in that work and don't get comfortable. That's what I've been kind of replaying in my head. Don't get comfortable. I always, keep trying to climb that ladder.
Now, what has it made you not give up? Because you talk about putting in the work and the consistency of your craft, but bro, like, what has made you, stick with it?
Just, I would say my brothers. Like I try to be, like I said, in everything that I do, I try to be that example.
Yeah.
To like, I look at it like, if they can see me put in, because they know me better than anybody. If they can see me put in the work and reach whatever heights that I shall reach, blessed to reach, and that they can do it too. So that's my daily motivation.
Now, what's the most enjoyable side of, if this is even a thing, is it creating or running the business?
Creating.
Okay.
Because I don't need a dollar off the creation.
Mm-hmm.
The business, it's a lot of money and politics involved, but just being able to create something and see, like I said, starting from just a piece of fabric and whatever you can turn it to, that's fulfilling.
That's dope, bro. Bro, I'm excited for this, bro. I'm excited for you. I'm proud of you, dog. Like,
I appreciate it.
Been a fan from afar, but you the line brother, bro. You the LB, bro. So it's a different type of love that I got for you, and it's a different type of support, and I can only see it go further, bro. And I think this is scary. This is only the beginning. Like, bro, it's like that for a lot of people that I talk to. Like, I'm just now seeing where they are in their life, and they just now starting. I don't even think they reached their peak yet. Like, bro, you haven't even. And you're not even in the prime yet, bro. Like, you this is early work, bro. So you already hitting the ground running with Olympic runners, WNBA stars, actresses, like politicians, you know what I'm saying? Like money makers, just all the movers and the shakers in the city, bro. Like, and that's just the start of it. Does that ever
Yeah, I had some time, just reflecting time. I try to have that, and the thing that keeps playing is like life is kind of like that race.
Yeah.
And we often find ourselves trying to compare, see, our peers or people around that are moving fast, or you starting to see them gain a little more traction, or they're starting to have a little more than you, and we kind of get caught up in that. But what we lose sight is that everybody's race is different, and the race that you run, overcoming all your obstacles, is being able to overcome those is what's gonna make you legendary. And that's your race. Yeah. It's your marathon type of thing.
You gotta run your own race. I like that, because I was just gonna ask you about a piece of advice you want to get to.
Yeah, that's what I've been. That's what I've been planning. Is just that life is that race, and everybody's race is different. You just run your race.
Right, bro. Your humility is beautiful. Yeah, and I genuinely mean that, bro. Your humility is beautiful. Your spirit is beautiful, bro. And that I have no doubt in my mind that you about to do something incredible, dog. And I'm just happy that I get to witness it and be a fly on the wall, bro. For real.
Appreciate it.
Last segment, bro. This segment is called Perfect Day in the H. What is your idea of a perfect day in Houston? 24 hours, what you doing?
I'm usually in the house. I'm usually in the house, but if I had to,
if you had to pop out for the one time,
definitely probably link up with the guys,
Mm-hmm.
go out to eat, and just enjoy the fellowship and just spend time with the guys. That's my perfect day.
Nah,
just being out.
just being with the boys.
That's
no
it.
matter what we doing, just
Now we can do anything. You ain't got to be the club. It's just like I said, being able to go out and eat. That's
favorite food spot at least.
I don't have no crazy favorite
Yeah.
food spot, but I'm a Raising Cane's type of guy.
Nah, come on,
I'm
bro.
a Raising
Don't do
Cane's
that.
type of
Don't.
guy. I don't really.
Don't.
It don't take too much.
Shout out to Raising Cane's.
Yeah, nah,
Shout out to Raising Cane's.
it don't take too much to.
I'm talking about just restaurant like wine and dine, like, you know what I'm saying, any kind of them vibes, none at all.
Nah, I just recently went to Capitol Grill. That was kind of nice. I can't.
Did you get it? I know you don't drink, but did you get you a little?
I think we had the
Get you a
It was during
old-fashioned?
restaurant
Okay.
during restaurant week, so we got
Okay.
to do the I guess the wine tasting.
Yeah.
So I got to do that.
Look at you sipping
The
on some
gin.
wine, man.
Just trying to,
Classy.
yeah, just trying to try some.
With the pinky out.
Always pinky up. So yeah, I would say that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's the most recent place I've been
All right.
to.
Favorite part of the city? Is there a favorite part that you like to kick it at?
Nah,
Not
my
downtown,
favorite part.
uptown, east side, west side. Just Houston.
Just Houston.
Just inside of your crib and kicking,
That's it.
creating,
That's it.
and it being, you know what I'm saying? Out. Say no more, bro. Hey, brother, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you for having me.
And then you know, like I tell everybody, bro, when you get to that next level, come back. Let's talk about it.
Always.
All right. Until next time, bro. Y'all keep building until we see you. All right. We out.
Sure.
Say no more. This is for all of them times. Nobody want us to shine. I got a lot on my mind. I take it off if you let